Okay, I went ahead and I did my skincare off of camera. That's why I look so glowy. But finish getting ready with me as I tell you 10 things that I learned in my 20s as a 30-year-old. Ah, 30 years old, I know, stop. But anyways, so I do have my mirror here because I want to make sure, um, I have my mirror here and I'm actually going to put my notes on the other side. I went ahead and I made a lot of notes for myself because I wanted to make sure that I share with you guys, you know, my genuine thoughts. But starting off the first one, I have the people you surround yourself with matter more than you realize. I know I know most of you might probably see that one coming. I feel like that one's one of the things that it's like we don't think about when we're 30 years old. I'm sorry, 20 years old, because we're just so eager and excited of all of the freedom that we get when with it, all of the freedom that we get that comes with adulthood. Oh my goodness, all of the freedom that we get that comes with adulthood. But personally, one of my, like I said, sorry, I have my iPad over here. But personally, what I wrote down is one of the biggest mistakes was not being able to choose my right friends. And by that, I mean, I ended up putting myself in dangerous situations because I thought that friends meant whoever you're with all the time knew better and wanted better for myself. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So, yeah. I will not be telling you guys which products I'm going to use only because I want to make sure that I stay focused on the topic. However, I will go ahead and put everything that I use. I'll make sure I put it in the description in case you guys want to go ahead and, you know, try the products out. You're more than welcome. I feel like for my eyebrows, I have to make sure that I am so, like, they're both different shapes. But you know what? I realized, and maybe I don't know if you guys want to call this a number two, but you know what? I've realized that after doing my makeup for so many years, eyebrows are not supposed to be twins. They're supposed to be sisters. And you know what? It is what it is, okay? Anyways, let's go to number two. Number two, taking care of yourself, it is not selfish. Let me say that again. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. Did you hear that? Personally, as a mom, I am a mom and a wife. I also work, but I wear a lot of hats all day, every day. Okay. Sorry, guys. I kind of had to do my eyebrows before I continue. But as a mom and a wife, I do like to take care of myself. I believe if I take care of myself, my family can be taken care of much, much better. With that being said, for example, by the end of the day, by the time I have the kids in bed, I like to take a really nice hot shower. And I mean the whole thing, okay? Shaving, exfoliating, face mask, hair mask, everything to be able to go to bed, relax, and wind down. Even if that means scrolling on my phone for the next 10 minutes before bed, whatever the case it is, I try to go to bed as relaxed as I possible. As relaxed as possible, because I know that for me, the next day when I wake up, I will be ready to go, start the day in the right shape or form. I will be in a better attitude. I will be able to rest and do something. I will be able to start the day in a good note. Number three, comparison steals so much joy. I hope you heard that, because I cannot stress myself enough on how hard we are on ourselves sometimes. You see that? Oh my god. I probably got a little bit of a tan, so this might be a little bit too light, but it's okay. We'll work with what we have. um, this is a big one, okay? When I was in my early 20s, I used to look at others and think, why not me? Or what am I doing wrong? Oh, you see how my hair gets stuck in my makeup? Oh my god. But anyways, I used to think, why not me? But the truth is that everybody is on their own journey. And the more you look at someone else's full cup, the less you will focus on your cup. Everyone has a different start line. No matter if the finish line is different. Let me say that for you guys one more time. Everyone's start line is different, even if everyone's finish line is the same. What do I mean by that? Is very simple. Getting out of high school, I feel like we think that everything would just be this quick to have things or to be able to get access to basically anything. But unfortunately, that is not the truth. Unfortunately, the truth is, unfortunately, the truth is that some people have the resources, some people have the connections, some people have the money, some people have so many things that you probably won't. Not to say that you won't have those things, but everybody starts differently and everyone's timing is differently. Some people will only take them a year to get their dream job. Some people will have to go to school and work at the same time. Okay, doesn't let me blend this out, make sure that I look even, but not so bad, right? Not so bad, but we'll see. We'll see. Mm, that will, without being said, let's go to number 4, I believe it was. Oh my god, if you guys have not tried the Huda contour, the Huda contour brush is amazing. I am extremely obsessed with this. Look at this, the shape of it, the hair, everything, and it's so heavy. Honestly, one of my favorites. Shout out to my sister for giving me this because I would have never I would have never known. But anyways, number 4, have the courage to start all over again. We want to make sure we snatched, okay? We feel snatched. Don't mind me. I have a big forehead, so I have to make sure that I contour all of it. So where were we? Have courage to start all over again. Starting over again doesn't mean failure. It's never too late to go out there and meet new people, meet new ideas, new point of view. There is no rules to this thing, okay? I don't know who said this, who made up this, who started this, what year did we start it? I don't know, but I generally think that starting all over again, no matter what, even if it's like a different hobby, the gym, I don't know, career wise, new marriage, new relationship, anything and everything. There is no rules to it. Have the courage to start again. Have the courage to start again because no one will know what it truly feels besides you to know that you're not a failure, that you're starting again, that your life is where you want it to be. So think about it this way. If you are in a situation where you don't like, I don't know, let's say you're in a relationship and then I feel like, especially as women, sometimes we think that, oh, I don't want to have to start again. I don't want to have to start the dating phase of it. I don't want to have to start and tell someone, my favorite color, where I come from, what name, my relationship, my friends, my family. We're so scared to not have to go through that phase again that we stop ourselves. So instead, have the courage to go out there, to not be scared, to put yourself out there. With that being said, that brings me to the new one. To number five, five, six. What number this is? Your fear. This is my favorite one. Okay, lock in, lock in. This is my favorite one. Your fear of looking stupid is holding you back. I don't think I remember how many times I've told myself that. How many times I have wrote this line down in my notes, or just remind myself, because trust me, I too forget a lot. But this is what I wrote, okay? This is what I wrote. Who's to say, and this was just like a question for myself, as I needed to hear this from myself. Who's to say that you won't be the best big thing? That you won't be good at it? Who's to say that you're not gonna be good at bingo because you've never tried bingo? Who's to say? With that being said, that brings me to the next one. Saying no will protect your peace. Saying no will protect your peace. I have learned to say no to make you feel comfortable wherever you are, with whoever you are, in whatever situation you're in. Sometimes we get so caught up in providing ourselves that we are worthy of the relationship, we're worthy of the opportunities, whatever the case. The only person you should be proving that to is yourself, as you will be the biggest critic, the only one holding you back from starting your next big thing. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's career, who's to say? My next one is, I'm sorry guys. Home is a feeling and not a place. Home is a feeling and not a place. Sometimes, and come here, scooch you in, because I want to make sure. Oh, not mind eating my hair. But just because you're welcome does not mean that you are accepted. Okay? Just because you're welcome does not mean that you are accepted. Okay? So, home is a feeling, not a place. So, if you are welcome into a place, but you don't feel accepted, yeah, most likely go with your gut. Most likely that is a thing. Most likely that's exactly how it is. So if somebody's making you feel like home, somebody's making you feel like so comfortable and loving that side of you, most likely that person is your home. Again, let me just emphasize, doesn't necessarily have to be that person. Is, again, home is a feeling that you can have wherever, whenever you go. Again, I am a true believer that it doesn't necessarily have to be a place. It doesn't necessarily have to be an actual house, but it needs to be wherever you feel the most loved and cared for, because home is a feeling. See, guys, I am very good at this, okay? I really thought about what I wanted to tell you guys. Ooh, see that? See how beautifully that blends? You see that? Okay, look. Wow. See, guys, right here, we're just going to. I told you guys, skincare is the key. If you don't have a good skincare, that would not, your makeup would not turn out how it's supposed to. Um, Number nine, reacting, reacting won't change anything. Reacting won't change anything. It won't make people suddenly like you or suddenly respect you. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Okay? Sometimes you don't need an explanation. Sometimes I know you want answers. Sometimes you want to know the why. You want to know the reason behind something. You want to know the answers. We are humans. We want the answers to it all. We want the answers to why it's happening. We want the answers to everything. We want answers. That's just as a human nature, we want answers. But sometimes, girl, you just gotta let it go. You just let it go. Just because you spend the next hour or so explaining yourself to someone doesn't mean they're gonna respect you. Doesn't mean they're going to suddenly like you or respect your point of view. So just let it go. Let it go. Let it fly. Let it go. Ooh, you see that? Makeup is coming out really nice. Really nice, actually. I was not expecting to go all out, but you know what? We're doing that. And my last one, I'm not done with my makeup, but the last one that I have is boundaries over tolerating bullshit. Let me say it again. Boundaries over tolerating BS. Boundaries. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Girl, boundaries, boundaries. I am a high believer that people who get upset over you having any type of boundaries are the people who benefit from you having any in the first place. Ooh. I personally don't like to bake for long. I put it on and I take it off right away. I don't want to be too matte. I don't want to be too glowy. Just enough. Like, you see that? That's all you need. Then you leave it for a while and then your skin starts to look like it's dry, like you need to hydrate. You see what I mean? Ooh. Are we liking it? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? But going back to the subject, going back to the subject, because your girl keeps on popping out the subject. Gotta stay focused. But one of the things that I do want to say is that you need to stop expecting the bare minimum. Stop expecting the bare minimum, okay? And the reason why I say this is because sometimes the bare minimum is just respect, just as simple as respect. Sometimes the bare minimum is morals. that people, unfortunately, not everybody has. But like I said, is stop expecting the bare minimum, because the bare minimum does go to show what kind of person, what kind of woman, what kind of individual you are. What are you willing to take? How much bullshit BS you are willing to take from others to respect yourself, to be yourself, to grow as an individual in your career, in your life, whether you're a mom too, whether you are a content creator, whether you're a student, whatever the case it is. Stop expecting the bare minimum. If we continue expecting the bare minimum, we're not gonna get what we want. If we continue to expect the bare minimum, it's just an opportunity to show others that you are okay with what you are okay to have this much, when in reality you should be receiving this much. But hold on, I need to do some blush. I'm using the same blush. I have it in cream and I have it in palette, and I love putting both of them on because right now you can still see a nice glow, a nice blush. But like I said, I personally like to add just a little bit more, just to make it blend nicer. Can you guys tell the difference? Ooh, yes. Ooh. Give me 1 second because I'm gonna have to do my lashes off of the camera, because this is one of those things that if I mess up, I will mess it up. So I still need to do my hair, but to be honest, I showered and I have somewhat of my waves. I feel like my hair is wavy, but it doesn't always look this wavy. Like it's wavy and straight, and I don't know. My hair is going through a phase right now. So I'm considering not putting any heat on it, maybe leaving it as it is. But anyways, I just wanted to come back on here really quick and just say thank you for watching my video. I know it probably went a little bit longer than it should have, but I wanted to say thank you. I really hope that you can subscribe, like, comment, and of course I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.